Hola mamojitos! Welcome back for another Jesse Plays review, this time of Crysis 2. Now for those of you who remember, a while back I did a video about the GTX 590, and the game you wanted me to try the most was Crysis 2. You said it would look beautiful, and I am so glad you guys convinced me to play this thing on my new computer. Holy crap, is it amazing looking. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here, but I can safely say this is just about one of the most beautiful games I have seen in forever. It's gorgeous. But I digress. Let's actually get to the review here. Set in 2024, in a future that is pretty similar to today, the game begins with the spread of a strange disease, and New York is apparently hit the hardest. Martial law is enforced under the form of Cell, which locks down Manhattan. But of course, this is all just a plot by the evil Crysis baddies, the Ceph. Meanwhile, your character, Alcatraz, a Marine who is sent to New York with super secret orders, arrives via sub. His team is supposed to meet with the Crysis 1 team leader and all-around badass, Prophet. And because it's just the start of the story, things don't go as planned, and in one of the coolest intros I have ever seen, you barely escape with your life. And for reasons that I really don't want to spoil, you are given the nanosuit, and unfortunately for you, this now means that everyone, Cell included, thinks that you are Prophet and will stop at nothing to kill you. So with that said, I know a lot of you are like, oh, this story sounds kinda cool. You know what? I can honestly say that Crysis 2, the story is kind of a letdown. Besides the beginning and a few scattered story moments throughout, really there isn't much there. It's your standard FPS storyline, and even though there's some cool moments, I'll give it that, it's just enough to drive the action forward, but nothing really that exciting. And it's kind of disappointing, especially when you can see where they wanted to take the plot, but for some reason decided not to. With that said, however, the excitement in this game comes from the amazing visuals and just jaw-dropping moments that seem to come out of nowhere. When you guys asked me to play this because you said it would look great on my GTX 590, you were not lying. Seriously, I can't stop raving about the graphics in this game. Not just the background or the character models, I'm talking about like gun battles. They just feel so visceral. I can't even describe it. Hopefully what you're seeing on the screen does it justice. It's really unlike any other FPS I've ever played. And perhaps that's because in this game, it's really hard. We're not talking like towards the end of normal, there's a boss that's rather difficult. We're talking like in easy mode, on the 3rd level, just getting owned repeatedly. And that's where the game's mechanics come in. Sure, this game looks like your normal bloodbath shooter, but it is certainly not. It's got this sort of sandbox-esque world that allows you to go in guns blazing if you want, but in reality, that is never the best course of action. The main source of your power, and of course the whole point of this game, is that you have a nanosuit which has various super abilities, all of which are useful in creating proper combat strategies. You can engage in stealth mode, increase your physical strength, gain super speed or incredibly high jumps, encase yourself in armor. All of these have uses, and all of these need to be used. The creative thing here is that the game never once forces you to pick one. At several points throughout the level, you'll be advised of tactical options. You can then review your choices or create your own crazy strategy to clear the area of enemies and to secure your objective. And while this sounds like it might slow down the game, it really doesn't at all. From the moment you start the game, you're in first-person view, and this allows the game to keep its menus from bogging down the actual gameplay. So rather than lengthy tutorials or guides on how to use abilities, the game integrates this into your suit, which slowly melds to your body, allowing you to gain new abilities that are paced pretty smoothly, and telling you how to use them in a quick, effective way. This type of gameplay also extends to weapons and upgrades. Each weapon you get can be modified with different sights, silencers, special clips, etc. And each time you kill an alien, you gain nanosuit points, which you can then use to spend to upgrade your different abilities or gain new ones. Both of these allowing you to modify your playing style, so you can choose whatever form of merciless slaughter best fits how you play. And that is the key. Finding a playstyle and strategy that work for you, because the enemies in this game are really smart. I mean, really smart. If you become careless, or even for a minute forget that this isn't your normal run and gun game, the minute you engage Cell soldiers, for example, they will form a coordinated response and come at you from all sides. They take cover, they hide, and they call for reinforcements too. And when it comes to the aliens, they do the exact opposite. They hunt your butt down, swinging from buildings, circling around you, basically playing with you until the last moment they strike. Luckily for you, with the suit's abilities and this sandbox world that allows you to go up and under and around, and the options for dispatching enemies are limitless. And this, despite the game's lack of engrossing story and ramped up difficulty, this is where the game shines. Crysis 2 is a game that is enjoyable because you have so much control, especially in a market of FPS games that are becoming more scripted and linear. In Crysis 2, whatever crazy, insane assault plan you want to enact, you pretty much can, and you do it in one of the most beautifully crafted worlds I have seen in a long time. And for an FPS, you really can't ask for much more. Anyway guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that junk, and as always, to be continued.